helping us get all of our legislation introduced. The mayor has this session 14 pieces of legislation. I'm not going to talk through all of them right now. I'm happy to talk to you about it later. But there are 3 to 4 bills that I really want to highlight. I know a couple different people here talked about tax sale and issues related to that process. So one of the bills that the mayor has, well, 3 of the bills are tied to a work group that the mayor established in October of 2021 that was convened to look into the tax sale issue and figure out ways to solve that problem and not allow people to lose their properties. So the first bill is a bill that will allow someone whose property is listed up for tax sale. Instead of going to tax sale, they will be able to enter a payment plan with the city, and then over a period of a couple years, pay down whatever is owed in those back taxes and liens, instead of having the property go to tax sale. So that's the first bill. And the second part of that first bill is also that the mayor would be authorized, the mayor and city council would be authorized to cancel tax sale altogether under certain circumstances. So that's, I know, something that over the past several years, especially during the pandemic, was a big issue because people don't have money to pay their bills, but they also shouldn't lose their home. The second bill is something that the senators spoke about, as well as about the in-rem foreclosure process. So there are some blocks that might have 1 or 2 properties that are completely abandoned and vacant. The city right now has a process called in-rem foreclosure where they're able to go to the court system and have that property transferred over to the city so that they can then put it into proper use and sell it if they choose to. This bill would allow that process to be expanded. They started a new court docket in November of this past year. That process so far has been pretty successful, so this bill would allow for the expansion of that program to include additional types of properties. The third bill is something that I think somebody in the audience spoke about today as well, which was heir properties. So right now, if somebody passes away and the person that is supposed to be inheriting that property, the property has taxes, liens, any amount that is owed on it, the person who's inheriting the property, that property cannot be formally transferred over to that person. So that makes that person ineligible to receive any sort of programs for weatherization, stabilization, improvements, first time, like home buyers, so those sorts of programs that we want people to be eligible for. So this is another kind of payment plan option that would allow for the property to be transferred over to the heir, and those monies owed by that property would go into a payment plan. So it's just another way to kind of try and encourage generational wealth and allow for people who should be able to stay in their homes and to keep their homes and to own their homes to do that. There are a number of other bills, but I know we've been here for a long time this morning. I'm happy to take questions.
You gave 3, give the numbers.
Yep.
What's the bill number?
Sure, they are cross-filed. So the first one, we have collection of unpaid property taxes. So that one is the in-rem bill is HB 0867 and SB 0766.
Say the last one again.
Sure, SB 0766. The next bill, as far as the heir property bill, is HB 0865 and SB 0769. And then the last one, which was the in-rem foreclosure bill, that one is SB 0855 and HB 0921.
855 should also be over here. The staff took some of the liberty to pick up some of the bills from the Department of Legislative Services so they can dig in if you wanted to kind of look and see what some of those are. Okay. Just want to thank, yes ma'am.
So what about the tax